Welcome to LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Parisa Ghaffari.
And I'm Ricardo Shepard, and here's your news now.
Cabrini College is holding an admissions open house this Sunday, October 19th from 8:30 to 2 in the Dixon Center. High schoolers and their families can learn about Cabrini and speak with alumni, current students, and staff. Lunch will be provided along with an open house tour. A recent study conducted by Congress suggests that 40% of college students choose not to initially report rape crimes which occur on campus. This has become a major issue across college campuses all over the country. A lawsuit filed this week against Virginia Wesleyan College claims the school did not do enough to protect female students from sexual assaults on campus. The lawsuit was filed on behalf of a student who was brutally raped during her first week of college. In support of the Gay, Lesbian, Straight Education Network, Cabrini College is hosting events all week to promote equality. You can expect events all week on campus to promote equality between straight and LGBT students hosted by Cabrini Diversity. An important reminder to students, the official last day to withdraw from any course for this fall semester is Friday, October 24th. Public safety is here on campus to serve and protect the Cabrini College community. In the event of a fire drill, they must make sure each student is safe and be able to exit any building without problems. Our LOQation crew talked to Director of Public Safety Craig Doyle to find out more information about safety procedures during a fire drill occurring.
Any special preparations to make sure we are aware of the needs of disabled students? First of all, we count on the Disability Resource Center to identify to us students with I wouldn't even use the term disabled, any students with mobility issues. Because in a fire drill, the most important thing is you need to evacuate the building. You need to be able to, and if you can't do it by yourself and you need some help, it's up to us to figure out what that looks like. We're looking at identifying funds to buy some more stair chairs. It's a tool for helping evacuate handicapped people in the event of a fire. And we're trying to think through what would be the most strategic locations to have them. We always have one in our public safety vehicle to bring to a location on campus. But we're thinking if we have them in for instance, Founders, Grace, and Iderola, where most of our classes take place. Have one pre-positioned there, so if we need it, we don't have to wait till public safety officer drives over, it's in there. We're having a handicap ramp built for access to public safety. We could meet the requirements of the law because there are other ways that people could get into the mansion proper. It's easy for us to get out. But when you're disabled or you have a mobility issue, it's not as easy. We want people just to sort of remember what to do when the fire alarm goes off. So it doesn't mean, 30-yard dash down the stairs and out the back door. It's just get them used to developing a little muscle memory about, oh yeah, we did that fire drill and we're supposed to go out the back door and hang out in the Founders parking lot. That's all we're trying to accomplish. We hope that when we do them in the spring, we'll learn from our, not really mistakes, but just what we learned we can apply to the spring fire drills, and we'll try to pick a day when it's not freezing cold and we're walking around in a bunch of slushy snow.
And that was your trip around the block. Let's check in with Howard Blake to see what's new with sports. So Howard, tell me about the Eagles game this past Sunday.
Well, the Eagles dominated the Giants from start to finish, so I have more on that for you. Let's go take a look. It was Black Sunday at Lincoln Financial Field, and the Eagles debuted their all-black uniforms. The Birds beat the Giants 27-0, their first shutout since 1996, ironically against the Giants. Shady McCoy had a breakout game with 149 yards rushing, so the Birds are heading into the bye week at 5-1, feeling pretty good. The men's soccer team suffered their first CSAC loss of the season against Marywood University. The Cavs lost 1-0. Marywood capitalized on a Cabrini penalty that won them the game with under 1 minute left. The Cavs dropped to 8-5, but look to take on Newman University in their next matchup. The field hockey team extended their win streak to 6 games with a 7-1 win over Notre Dame University of Maryland. The Cavs are sitting at 7-3 overall and 3-0 in the CSAC. Junior Carrie Farrell had 3 goals, and she led the team with 16 on the year. The Cavs look to continue their success against Cedar Crest College. The women's soccer team took on CSAC opponent Marywood University in a breast cancer awareness matchup. The Lady Cavs remained perfect in the CSAC after their 3-0 shutout win. Their fourth straight victory improves the Cavaliers to 7-6 on the year and 6-0 in the CSAC. And a large part of the women's soccer team's success is due to junior forward Devin Miller. We talked to Miller about her time as a Cabrini student athlete. Let's take a look.
Well, I actually live only 20 minutes away from Cabrini, so I've heard about it since I was very little. My mom works with some Cabrini interns at USLI, so she thought it'd be a good idea for me to come and just check it out and see what the soccer team's like. I attended Marple Newtown High School, which is in Newtown Square. I received MVP my junior and senior year for the team awards. So I ended up falling in love with it. I liked how close to home it was. Well, my freshman year, since I'm obviously very short, a lot of people didn't think I was going to be good, or they didn't think that I was going to be able to keep up with everybody on the college level. But it turns out that I fit in very well at the college level. My speed kind of really helps. I'm very fast. So even though I take a lot of hits, I can get by multiple people by using moves, that kind of stuff. Between going to classes and then going to soccer, I don't have much time to have much of a social life. But in between classes, I try and get as much homework done as I can before soccer practice, so that after soccer I can just go home, relax, do whatever I want, go hang out with friends, go out to eat, do that kind of stuff. But during game days and everything, that's completely different. I have to focus on the game that day, and I don't get to really do anything else other than go play. Well, last year I got MVP of the championship game. I also received ECAC Player of the Week, and I got second team all-conference. I'm just looking to win another championship. We'd be the only team to win 4 championships in a row in our conference as a women's soccer team. So we're really excited about that. That's our ultimate goal. But I would also like, if we do win our conference, I would also like to win our first NCAA game, because no team in Cabrini women's soccer history has ever done that.
And that was this week's sports news. Let's send it over to Ricardo at the news desk.
Earlier this week in Ferguson, Missouri, at least 50 people were arrested during a protest over the death of Michael Brown. Protests were conducted over a 4-day period as residents continued their battle to end alleged police brutality. Demonstrators are also calling for charges against the officers involved in the shooting of the teenager last month. According to Episcopal Diocese of Missouri Bishop Wayne Smith, he wants to show solidarity and calls attention to the structural racism. Participants in peaceful demonstrations say that they hope to raise awareness and put an end to the social injustice within black communities. CNN reports reveal that Ebola cases are rapidly expanding. According to the World Health Organization, there could be up to 10,000 new Ebola cases per week in Guinea, Liberia, and Sierra Leone by the end of this year as the outbreak spreads. After reports of a nurse contracting the disease after treating a patient on American soil, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, or CDC, plans to lend a helping hand to combat the deadly virus. CDC Director Tom Frieden told reporters that the CDC will put a team on the ground within hours at any hospital anywhere in the country with confirmed cases of the Ebola virus. This week, the U.S. has increased airstrikes against ISIS in the Syrian town of Kobane, located near the Turkish borders. Over 21 missile attacks were launched in a short span of 2 days in hopes of slowing down the advancements of the Islamic State militia in Kobane. According to President Obama, ISIS has seized over 50% of the town and about 200,000 residents have fled. The U.S. plans to keep aiding Kurdish forces as they try to put an end to ISIS advancements. And those are this week's big issues. So Morgan, I heard Jennifer Hudson is coming out with some new music.
Yes, she does. Let's find out some more right now on Entertainment Update. Kesha is suing her former mentor, Dr. Luke, for abusing and sexually assaulting her. She claims that he persuaded her to drop out of high school and to move to Los Angeles. Kesha states that he abused her, maintaining control over her life and career, according to E! News. He responds to the lawsuit saying that Kesha is in breach of contract and that he is filing his own lawsuit against her. We will keep you updated with more news of this situation. Is Beyonce starting a new trend? During her date night with Jay-Z, Beyonce decided to wear her very short bangs along with a white t-shirt and a black leather jacket and black leather pants. Her fans approve of this new style, and personally, I don't think it looks that bad. We've seen it before in her music video, Why Don't You Love Me? And she is back with it again. Expect to see more of these looks around your campus. Jennifer Hudson, when will the wedding be? Your fans are waiting. Miss Hudson states that she is happy with her professional and personal life. She is not rushing anything. Miss Hudson is more concerned with her son and her new music. She explains that her new album is expressing herself to show more of her personnel and for her audience to get to know the girl that she is, past the girl that they know in the movies. Her album is out in stores now, so go check it out. Well, that was your entertainment update. Next, I will explain to you a really good recipe to cook on campus in your dorm room building. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Morgan Williams, and we're here today to learn how to make a recipe called bacon tomato cups. And you can make this anywhere in any of the residence halls, as long as you have an available kitchen. Let's get started. To cook this recipe, all you need is 1 to 2 tomatoes, half a cup of shredded Swiss cheese, microwavable bacon, a half to 1 cup of mayo, Pillsbury buttered biscuits, a cupcake tray, and cooking spray. First, we start with our prep work. I like to start with slicing up the tomatoes and throwing them in a bowl. After that, we prep our bacon and crush it into bits, adding it to the bowl with the tomatoes. Following that, enter half a cup of mayonnaise and cheese. Then finally mix everything together in a bowl. Once your mixture is done, prep the cupcake tray with the biscuits. Add your mixture to the biscuits once they are on their tray. Preheat your oven to 350 and place biscuits in for 10 to 12 minutes. And there you have your bacon tomato cups. I'm Morgan Williams, on location for LOQation. Now back to the news desk.
Now let's look into what's coming up next week on LOQation News. Let's send it over to Ted.
Next time on LOQation News.
We talk about what Cabrini has done in terms of fair trade.
Then we learn about the history of Cabrini and its founder.
Followed by an interview with Executive in Residence for Leadership, Kevin Ryan.
All this and more, only on LOQation News.
Thanks for catching up with us this week. For LOQation Weekly News, I'm Parissa Ghaffari.
And I'm Ricardo Shepard. Be sure to stay up to date with us by following us on our social media. Simply search LOQation News. Have a great week, Cabrini.